What's up, guys? This is Euphorian, and today we're doing another episode on the Enlightened Artist, a show in which I guide you to become your most creative, authentic self by linking creativity with spirituality. Last time I talked about attention and how I discovered that it was really important in the journey of becoming this authentic self, right? Um, what we also talked about was intention, no, not intention. I'm moving forward, is about our thoughts and how our external environment influences our thoughts a lot without us being aware of it. And I want to continue talking about that in this episode. But first of all, I want to thank you because I received so many nice messages about the first episode, about how it inspired you to start this creative project, and I just want to say that it really warms my heart and it makes me so happy because that's what I'm doing it for. I want I want you to start your creative project and do whatever you feel like doing, despite all the the noise in our head that is being created by our society. So yeah, just big thank you, and it gives me a lot of motivation to continue doing this podcast. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay. Thoughts. Really, really interesting topic. Um, Fun to talk about, but it's really hard to talk about. So if I stumble on my words, please forgive me. It's not that easy to talk about it because a lot of vocabulary is hard to keep it flowing. Even that sentence, I don't think it's even English, but you understand me, so that's the important part. So, um, thoughts. Where do our thoughts come from? That's a question that I've been asking myself ever since I was a little kid. Because for as long as I can remember, I always had a really chaotic mind. Um, like you can't imagine how fast my thoughts are going. Even at this time, it's going insanely fast. Um, Not now because I'm speaking, um, but whenever I'm silent, like the thoughts, like I can't even grasp them. Um, if I do, if I put a lot of pressure on it and a lot of focus on it, like with meditation, for example, then it gets better. But in the past, I couldn't manage my thoughts, and it um, it influenced my life in ways that if I became aware of it at the time, maybe I would have been a millionaire by now. I'm just saying, like I'm on the path. I'm on the path to become one. But like that was really the key for me to um, to start this journey of becoming my authentic self. And the way I discovered it was the moment I realized that we identify with our thoughts unconsciously, um, when in reality our thoughts are a mix of external environments, influences from the outside world, our past experiences. Maybe those two you can combine them, but what also is important is that our intention that we put into this world, like what we want in life, creates our thoughts, but it's in layers. And the first layer is our external environment, the past traumas, experiences that we go through. Whenever you react to those thoughts, you give it energy, and it grows. Remember the last time I talked about whenever you put your attention to that shit grows. Same is for your thoughts. If you put attention to your thoughts and react to it, then those thoughts will manifest themselves again and again and again. And the problem is that when we are unaware of our thoughts and we identify with them, we react to them emotionally, and that results in the same reality over and over again, just in a different different jacket, I always say in Dutch. Just it's like the same situation but different. It's really hard to explain this, but I think you get the idea. Um, so whenever the moment I realized it, I start I started alchemizing, and alchemizing it maybe sounds a bit like woohoo, woohoo, woo woo, but in reality it's really simple. Alchemizing means that whatever happens in the external in your external environment, you instead of reacting to it instantly, you first observe it. You look at it how it is, not how you feel about it, and then you choose how to react to it yourself. And if you choose yourself like um, in a positive way instead of a negative way, then you are alchemizing. You are transforming a negative situation into a positive one by reacting positive to the negative situation. For example, I'm gonna give a personal story again, um, and this is about my last ex, uh, the last one, yeah. She did me really wrong. Like whatever you think like a person can do wrong in a relationship, she did that. Um, I'm not blaming her for it because she's not that aware, consciously aware like I am. So I'm not blaming her for it, but she put me through like a whole lot of shit. Um, and the natural reaction that I had was like, take revenge, do the same. Why not? Karma is a bitch, But because I was aware of the alchemizing thing and the thoughts and, putting your thoughts, emotions into a different cycle, I chose to take the energy that I had that I got from those experiences, those emotions that I had because of those situations that she put me through. I chose like, okay, let's put all the energy that I get from those emotions into my creative passions. Excuse me. Um, and so I did. I chose to put it onto my music, and like that summer, because it happened in January, February, I think. That summer, I played my first festival. I played at Club Hart, played at Club Vaag. I played at all the places that I wanted to play, just because I turned the energy that I got, the emotions, because emotions are energy in motion. Emotion, energy, emotion, and it starts with your external environment, and then you get thoughts from it, and those thoughts turn into emotions, and it's a cycle. It's energy that goes in motion. You get it? You know what I'm talking about? Um, so I became aware of it, and I changed myself by it, because past Jarno would get revenge and go to her and like say like, "Well, who are you? What the fuck are you doing? Like, aren't you out of your mind?" But I just chose to not respond at all to her. Like, the moment I find out about all those things, I'm not gonna go into detail because it's not fair to her. But the moment I found out, I just acted normally to her, and I was like, "It's really sad, but you do you. I'm not saying anybody what to do. It's her own decision, and she will feel the consequences of it, but it's not going to be from me, because who am I to judge? Who am I um, to play for God, And you can apply this in your life as well. If you have a certain situation which you would normally react negatively, and you choose to react positively, then you're alchemizing. And of course it's a lot harder than it maybe seems, or I may damn I may let it seem. But I can assure you that everyone can do it. Also, something that I want to amplify a lot is that everything that I'm saying here that I been through, I did. You can do it too. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. Okay, I'm not like one supernatural kind of uh, being. I'm just a spiritual being, just like you. Um, but yeah, it's really interesting, and I'm not the only one who experienced all these things. Um, for example, Joe Dispenza. So I'm going to refer to Joe Dispenza now, who is a certified um, neurobiologist, genetics something, and also fuck. What was the last one? Neuro. No, I already said that. Um, quantum, quantum, quantum scientist. I don't know. He did research um, about how your thoughts influence your reality, and he discovered that whatever you think about um, manifests itself into reality. If you think about yourself like you are the most greatest say basketball player in the world, I'm just applying it to myself because I played basketball. Then I will get the thoughts that I need to get to become this greatest basketball player. Okay, and it sounds like magic, but it's really just simple logical thinking. No, it's not logical. It's the opposite of logical. It's something you feel. Um, and I mean, now it seems logical to me, but I can imagine that for you it must be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Um, but the main problem is that because of all those distractions that we have in this world right now, that top layer of distractions is keeping us from um, creating all these manifestations. Okay, um, because we are going through cycles throughout our life. You know, we get up, we go to work, we get back from work, we consume art instead of creating it, um, and we go to sleep and we just repeat the cycle. But if you let's say you wanted to create art instead, that's a change. It's a change in your cycle, and that change is really uncomfortable, and that's something that we need to get comfortable with. You know, get comfortable with change, because the moment you get comfortable with change, everything is possible. Like, it's way easier for me to say, because whenever I've been I got from school, even in school, I went to 3 schools, no, 4 if you count elementary with it. Then after school I went to no, not high school, but you know, after high school, I don't know how you call it in English. And I did that for 1.5 years. Then I decided that I wanted to do DJing. I fully focused on my music. Then I went to work to support my music. Then after, I think, half 6 months, I got fired from that job because I was always late, which is, it's such a red flag. Oh my god, it's such, I hate it. I hate that fact about myself. I really hate it, but I accept it because I'm really working on it, and that's the most I can do. And after 6 months, I got another job, and then I did that job for 2 months, and then I got another job, and I did that for 6 months, and now I'm in another job. So change for me is it's something really comfortable. I like change, you know, because I know that change is necessary. It's inevitable if you want to create this new reality, right? Um, is there something else that I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. I think I've talked about everything. Oh, no, no, no. There's something. Oh, that's so important. Wow, I don't think that I mentioned it, but yesterday I was it yesterday? It was this week. I came across a quote, a certain quote, which stated that um, that version that you want to become isn't about becoming that version, it's about unbecoming the version that people want you to be. And it stick with me. Oh my god, it stick with me. Like in the last take, I was telling myself like what is this word that I want to say, and it's stick with me. But I was saying something so weird that I just got so distracted and I messed up the whole take. But it stick with me because it's so true, and it changes the whole perspective on this podcast as well, because I'm always talking about becoming this authentic version of yourself, this most creative, unique version of yourself. But in reality, you already are this version. You already are this version, this person deep inside. It's just about unbecoming um, all those versions uh, that you try to be, or try to be, or were, you know. And if you let that sink in, I'm going to end this podcast right here. We're over 15 minutes, so I think it's okay like this. I'm gonna say it one more time. Um, Please let it sink in, because it makes everything a lot easier, I think. Becoming that best version of yourself isn't about becoming that version of yourself, it's about unbecoming the version that people want you to be. That's so deep. No, it's so deep. I love it. Love it. So that was this episode. That was it. It is it. I'm done talking. Like, I've done 20 or 30 takes again for the second episode. So I'm gonna finish it here. Okay? If you have feedback or any questions about what I'm talking about here, because this episode is really complex, and I can imagine that what I'm talking about isn't easy to comprehend, because even myself, when I was saying it, I was like, is it clear enough? Like, doesn't make sense? So if it doesn't make sense, please tell me. You can always text me on my Instagram. I'm always open to feedback about literally anything. If you have a different perspective on what I'm saying, please tell me. We can talk about it, with respect, of course. And for the rest, I hope you're having an amazing day. And your Floridian loves you. Okay? Okay, that was it, I think. That was everything. I'm so happy that it's finally done. I mean, I'm not happy that it's done, but it's been another 40-50 takes again, and I just want to do one take and then like be okay, nice, next one. But that's part of my journey of becoming my authentic self. All right, bye bye.